Howdy doody, welcome back to the ranch. Today we're going to be taking a broken wheel stud off of this F550 and replacing it with a new one. This is going to be a short informational video, a how-to if you will, so follow along and we'll teach you how to do it. Alright, we're going to take a break from the leaf springs and move on to replacing this wheel stud down here. If you can see that, it's this one right here, right there. When I was removing this wheel, obviously these threads are just real gummed up, so I did my best. I drowned them in schmutz, little PB blaster, but no luck, ended up snapping one off. So I do have a replacement for that, so I'll show you how to do it. Pretty easy process, especially on a dually, because you have that extra width in between your rotor and your hub here. So we are going to show you how to do that, and then we will get back to the leaf springs. So what you're going to need for this job is a torch of some sort. I'm running acetylene and oxygen, but you could take a butane torch, something from Home Depot or whatever, a decent sized hammer. You're gonna need, I'm assuming the reason why you're here is because you broke one off, so you should probably clean up all your threads on your other wheel studs. We're gonna do that with a grinder and a wire brush. And then a big ratchet or an impact to draw the new wheel stud in after you get the other one out. So the way that we're going to do this is we're going to heat up that existing stud, we're going to hammer it out with the sledge, and then we're going to draw on the new one with the impact. By heating up that material, you're going to be expanding it, giving it a little more room to budge. Like I said, you could do that with a small torch, but I'm going to be doing it with oxygen and acetylene. And then we'll clean them all up after. If you are not working with a dually, which most people probably aren't, most likely you're going to be dealing with something where the stud is going to get, it won't have enough length to make it out of the assembly here, because something's going to be blocking it from behind. Usually it's just that little tin plate. If you have disc brakes, it's a little tin plate behind it. Just drill a hole through it, big enough for the stud to go through, and then line it up so your stud, when you you could knock the stud through, it's just going to go right through that plate, and just do it that way. Otherwise, you're going to be disassembling all your brake assembly and all that, and that's no fun. So you are going to have to take your rotor off first. So take your caliper, rotor, and then drill your hole. But this way, with the dually, we have enough room so we can just knock it through.
Hello, honey girl. Hello.
Alright, step one, heat it up. Make sure your dog's out of the way so you don't light her on fire. Step two, knock her out. You can also do that with an air hammer, which I have, so not sure why I did it this way, but hey. Take your new wheel stud, make sure it's the right size. I realize right after I said that I shouldn't have said that, because I just jinxed myself. I think I got the wrong thread size. Thanks, AutoZone. I don't know why I shopped there. Alright, I gotta go get that correct wheel stud, but in the meantime, I'm gonna get this bolt off of the existing wheel stud so I can reuse this. Same principle, heat it up, drown it in schmutz, and crank it from there. Helps if you have a vise or something that you can throw it in. I don't know what direction I'm going yet, so I'm just doing it from both ends.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You see that? See that, Billy? Alright, let's see if I can just back it out the end. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of rust falling out. I don't know if you could see that, but there's a bunch of rust falling out right here.
These crust lips I got.
Hot. Okie dokie. Let's head back and keep working on the leaf springs. In the meantime, I'll go grab the new wheel stud, and then we'll continue this video where we left off from here. I lied. I'm actually gonna clean up these other studs first, and then we'll come back another day when I have that other stud. So we'll clean these up. Like I said, a little wire brush and a grinder will do the trick. Alright, I'm going to hit these with a little WD-40 just to get them to resist on the rust. That way we have our best shot at keeping it this way, at least temporarily. Another thing you could do is basically just chase the threads with the, hello honey, with the lug nuts, which I'm going to do real quick. Just zip them in and out and a few times, and that should also help clean up the lug nuts a little bit too. Okay, now I'll go get the other wheel stud, come back another day and finish that up. For now I'm going to put the wheel back on, but I'm just going to turn it around in the driveway. That's all I'm doing. Alright, I got the bolts. This is the original, obviously. This is the new one, which has the correct thread. So this should be as easy as just throwing this sucker in here, taking our nut, putting it on there, and then taking an impact or a ratchet, whatever you got at home, and just cranking that sucker on. If you got trouble doing it, heat up that area around the hole, and that'll expand the material, like I said, and it'll make it a little easier. But we'll see if the impact can do it for now. Gotta get this thing out of my pocket. Which is never easy when you got gloves on, you know? Got it. Okay, watch closely now. You might miss it. Stud in the hole. Nut. Thread that sucker on there. Alright, so now it's snug, and you're just going to take it and draw it in. Come closer. Ready? Just like magic. Alright, with that, let's get back to what we were doing. Replacing a wheel stud on a dually is all fun and games, nice and simple, until you gotta put the tire back on, because holy shit, they're heavy. Should have came prepared with a lug nut before I got this thing all the way up here, because now I'm risking it falling. Done. There you have it. That's how you take a broken wheel stud and replace it with a new one. This video is actually a part of a update video I did on this truck, so if you want to watch that, you can click this info card in the corner. But with that, pretty simple job. So get out there, don't be scared of that one. Grab your wrenches and get it done. So with that, if you could, like the video, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff. It really helps me out. All that stuff really helps me build the channel, so I really appreciate it. Appreciate those of you that are watching, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.